Benjamin Trujillo from Mora, you are now the winner of a $100 gas gift card. Congratulations.
And your last chance to win, too, is coming up soon. We'll announce our code word of the day sometime before 7 a.m., so tune in. It's the holiday weekend. It's coming up. It'd certainly be nice to have that gas card to
holiday weekend, a very busy week so far. I mean, especially you tracking this fire danger that we're in right now.
And a lot of people think about camping and stuff, and you know, you really need to check those fire restrictions because right now it's so dry and we have the wind and it's not letting up anytime soon. So we don't want to get any more fires going because we can't even contain the ones that we're battling right now. And so it's looking pretty rough for the firefighters, a tough road for them. Right now and for the next couple of days. Let's talk about the weather here. In Albuquerque, winds will pick back up again today. Not as strong as what we saw yesterday, and that'll be the case across the state, but still pretty gusty. Temperature-wise, we'll start off in the 70s, 83 at lunch, so another warm wind topping out in the upper 80s, still above average. And by noon, 15 to 20-mile-an-hour winds, and then we're looking at those wind speeds gusting to 35 and even 40 miles an hour later this afternoon. Notice a change in wind direction, and that's going to blow some of that smoke more to the north. And I'll talk more about that coming up in just a second. But let's talk about the wind. The wind is going to continue to crank up from the west and the southwest. And anytime you get the strong winds coming over the central mountain chain, they race down, compress on the other side, which is eastern New Mexico and southeastern New Mexico. And that's why we get so much heat. And yesterday we had temperatures around 102 degrees for places like Roswell and Carlsbad, even hotter. And we're going to be looking at temperatures close to that again today, upper 90s to triple-digit heat. So it is going to be rough there. And around the state, still well above average. 88 in Albuquerque, 80 in Santa Fe. We'll top out in the 70s and 80s in the northwest and down the southwest, 88 in Silver City, 95 in T.R.C. And of course, more sunshine. The weather is going to stay very dry for the next few days. The fires now, the Whitewater and Baldy fire, complex fire now, 25,000 acres. Probably a little more than that as of this morning, and we're going to see sun and smoke for that area for today. Of course, temperature-wise, still warm, low 80s. Winds out the southwest at 20 to 30, gusting to 40 miles an hour, so the wind's still brutal for the fires, and the relative humidity only at 5%, so very, very dry down in the southwest. Of course, yesterday we had more of a westerly wind, and not only did it fuel the flames, but it also fanned that smoke east of that, and of course, like places like Socorro, Alamogordo, Ruidoso, Cloudcroft, over toward Roswell. Some of you getting inundated by the smoke yesterday and waking up to a little bit of that this morning. Well, the winds are already starting to kind of change to the southwest, and we're going to see that kind of set in later this afternoon, and so that's going to take the smoke farther north. In fact, we could see some of that reach the metro area as early as late this afternoon and overnight tonight. Places like Socorro on up into Albuquerque and Santa Fe could be dealing with the smoke not only today, but also for tomorrow and Saturday as well, as those winds stay out of the southwest and they get stronger too over the next couple of days. Skies mainly clear out there, more sunshine in the forecast for today, very windy. Across the northern mountains, still seeing some gusts between 50 and 55 miles an hour this afternoon. Stronger winds in the forecast for Friday and especially on Saturday. Temperatures stay in the upper 70s to around 80 for Santa Fe. For the East Mountain, sunny skies. Highs in the mid-80s today. Winds will gust to 40 miles an hour. And for the metro, sunny, windy, and again, we could be looking at smoky conditions later today with temperatures in the upper 80s and low 90s down to the mid-50s tonight. 7-day forecast here. The dry weather unfortunately sticks around, but at least the winds will start to taper off. But not until Sunday. We'll see those winds start to die down, a little more moisture working in, so hopefully that will help things out a bit. But for now, the fire danger incredibly high, and again, the firefighters have really a tough job right now.
All right, Kristen, thank you. Hey, by the way, we want to warn you, if you have spinach in your fridge, we have a big heads up for you this morning.
Because some of it is getting recalled, and it could have salmonella in it. Private Selections organic baby spinach is what we're talking about in the 5 and 10 ounce clamshell packages, what they call them, with a best buy date of May 25th. Those are the ones you need to look out for.
Some spinach from the farm where it came from tested positive for salmonella earlier this month, so heads up.
I have spinach in my fridge right now too, so I'm like,
Go take a look at it.
All right, News 13 has the 5 things you need to know right after this break,
including the latest on the huge wildfire burning right now in the Gila. Stay with us.